Úgy rendeltetett, hogy mohón vágyjék minden kisgyerek élni és menni, földet és eget birtokba venni. Az ajtón túlra, 4 kézláb mászva már kelnek útra, utcára, térre, a kis totyit már viszi a vére, viszi a lába a szűk szobákból a tágvilágba, hogy felfedezze. Mit rejt a közel, mit rejt a messze, hogy nézzen, lessen, titkot kutasson, kincset keressen, csodákat lásson ámuló szemmel, s így legyen ember. Hová, hová? Totty. Milyen nagy ez a világ. Csupa néznivaló. Hová, hová? Sétálni. Megyünk sétálni. Minden mamának 1001 dolga van. Úgy sietne mindig, úgy rohanna. De ilyenkor aztán nem. Megáll és körülnéz a gyerek. Csak nézzen, és füleljen nyugodtan bele a világba. Jön! Ha csak egy közönséges busz, gondolnánk. Egy a sok közül. Holott a kicsinek, aki még nem szokta meg, ez egy bámulatra méltó és félelmetes száguldó szörnyeteg. Apró cseprő csodákkal van tele a világ. A mi felnőtt szemünk bizony már megkopott, de a kis gyerekszemek friss kíváncsisággal nyílnak rá mindenre maguk körül. Júj, de jó hideg! Hű, mekkorát vágott! Hát van ennél izgalmasabb látnivaló a világon? Ha csak egy trabant nem. Azt se tudja már az ember, merre forduljon. Na nézzük tovább, közben ezt is kipróbáljuk. És ha már őszi ködök lengedeznek a város felett, akkor is oly jó sétálni. Egyszerűbb volna megfogni a kezét, de hadd ügyesedjék. Nicsa! Gyerünk gyorsan, gyerünk, gyerünk, nézzük meg közelebbről. Ezt is a bácsi gyújtotta meg? Neki szabad meggyújtani? Szabad, de csak neki. Nézd, milyen szépen lobog a lángja, de ott bent a levelek mind csúnya szürkére meg feketére égnek. Lépten nyomon kívánatos kincsekbe botlanak a kis kölyök lábak, a tétován toporgók. Miféle állat lehet ez? Az biztos, hogy nem kutya. Ezeket igazán kár lett volna elégetni. Anyu megfogja, hogy többet is tudjak szedni. Hazavisszük, és szépen telirakjuk velük a padlót. Apu örül majd, mennyi levél, mennyi levél! Inkább a babát. Az az igazi, meg is tapogatni, még ha egy kicsit poros lesz is az ember tenyere. Te nem csapkodod össze a magadét? Így. Ez viszont már biztos, hogy kutya. De hisz nem bántó. Hogy egy kicsit mogorva a képe. Így született szegény. De jó kutya, ez nem haragszik. No, ne sírj. Anyu vigyázz rád. A bácsi sem engedi, hogy bántson, ugye bácsi? Menj csak nyugodtan, itt vagyunk veled. Ez nem kutya, de ezt tudám csak nagyot harapni. Földharapógép, hívjuk így, jó? Nincs megállás, nézni kell jobbra-balra, figyelni folyton. Hó, ha-hó, itt a hó, a tavalyi hóra. Arra az ilyen csöpségek nemigen emlékeznek. Új világ ez nekik, újdonat új. Még a lábacskájuk is hogy elbizonytalanodik. Milyen íze lehet? A hó is érték, azt is gyűjteni kell, hisz oly sokáig nem volt egy szem hó se. De most majd gyűjtünk a vödörbe jó sokat, lesz havunk. Mit kellene még megdobni? Jaj, a kutyát azt nem. A mackóba bújtatott gyerekek maguk is olyan mackósan mozognak ilyenkor. Mégis kivágynak a fütőszobából, ki a hidegbe, ide a hóba. Csusszon a szánkó, szálljon a hógolyó, essen a hógolyó, vesszen a hógolyó, éljen az apró nép, a mord télkirálynak örömmel hódoló. Hogy telik az idő? Már megint nyár van. Már megint nagyobb ez a gyerek egy félfejjel. Nagyobb és merészebb. Nem haragszik majd meg a bácsi? Nem kezd el mindjárt kiabálni, hogy mertél hozzá nyúlni a szerszámaihoz? Nem, nem, a bácsi nem haraguvós. Tudja ő, hogy a kíváncsiság még nem rossz faság. Hát ez valóságos, mesebeli kincses láda. De mit csinálhat olyan borzasztó sokáig ott az autó alatt? Nem kéne segíteni neki? Bírod még? Vigyázz a lábadra, rá ne koppints vele. Úgy szeret segíteni minden ilyen kicsi gyerek, hisz ő már nem tartja magát kicsinek. Ő már nagy, ő már vásárolni is tud. Nem játékból, igaziból. De milyen jó is, ha türelmes a mama és hagyja. Már megint talált valami. Nem kutyagumi, zöld dió. Hogy markolja? De hisz az egész világ teli van megmarkolni, megkóstolni, megszagolni, megismerni, megmutatni valóval. Sétálunk, a járdán fogni se kell a kicsi kezét. Ez itt még a biztonság birodalma. De ha jön egy útkereszteződés, akkor sincs semmi baj. Ő már megszokta, hogy magától nyújtsa oda a kezét. Vége a veszedelemnek. Már ki is húzta a kis pracliát. A nagy találkozás, a felejthetetlen ünnepi pillanat. Itt jön a gyermekálmok ne továbbja. Otthon még annyi szó lesz róla, de most itt van. Sajnos nem lett vizes. A locsoló is ellocsog. Lassacskán menni kell haza. Kicsinknek lankad már a lába, megkordul éhes hasa, de máskor is jövünk ki együtt, s a sétát mindig újra kezdjük.
Hello, everybody. I'm Skip Alzheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks lunchtime streaming show where I haven't taken a shower yet today. So my hair is like a little crazy. And we watch old 16mm films, and that was from the Orgone archive that was scanned when my friend Greg was here. And we couldn't quite place the language. Hungarian is what most of you are thinking. It's some sort of Eastern European language, but I don't know what it is. So there you go. We were in Hendersonville over the last 2 days and came back last night, and it was really gross and rainy. And so now it is gross and rainy here in Raleigh, and just blech. But I got a cool thing in the mail. Excuse me. This is from someone who watches this show, Brian. I don't know if he's watched recently, but sometimes I just don't know how I feel. And this is from South Incorporated, the agency for instructional television series, of which we've shown a couple of episodes. And we talked to John Ullman, who I think made a couple of episodes. Anyways, the letter says, and it's typewritten. Look at that. on a Smith Corona manual typewriter. Enclosed is the self-incorporated poster that I spoke to you about when I was working in the Marysville Junior High library. I found the poster in a back cabinet. I remember the show from daytime showings on my local PBS station. Also, I just like odd bits like this. The librarian said I could keep it, and I've done so since 1986. Now I think this will be a fine addition to your collection. Enjoy. So, sometimes I just don't know how I feel. You said it, brother. Thank you, Brian, for that. That was really sweet. And hopefully we'll start moving back into the archive, and there will be a place for that. We'll put it in a nice frame. And it'll be something to remind me. And sometimes I don't know how I feel. Okay, so today I have some more films from the Oregon Archive. This one, they're both kind of sleepy, and it might be just because I'm sleepy. This one's Howard, and I believe this is Canadian as well. Enjoy.
Resnick's drugstore. Oh, hi, Mom. It is Howard. That's just my business voice. Toothpaste? Yeah, okay. Well, not too late. But don't worry. It's Saturday night and I've got a date. And besides, there's no school tomorrow. Yeah, okay. I won't forget. I'll bring it with me. Right. Bye now.
Is that an order to go out?
No, my mother wants some toothpaste.
I guess the boy's gone.
Dad, you said he could go at 7:30 if there were no more orders.
Forgot this prescription for Mrs. Dodd. Oh, well, it's on my way home.
I can run it over if it's urgent, Mr. Resnick.
No rush. All it is some colored water and a little laxative. Mrs. Dodd doesn't think much of a doctor unless he gives her some medicine. Nothing wrong with her anyway, except too much food, too little exercise. Well, here we are. A nice, genuine, real labeled prescription. Mrs. Dodd's key to happiness.
Oh, gee, Mr. Resnick, they're not all fake, though. Prescriptions, I mean.
No. And this isn't altogether a fake either. It has its psychological effect. Makes this Mrs. Dodd feel that she's being properly treated. A druggist has to be a kind of a witch doctor. Take a look at all the stuff out here on the shelves. The oils and salves and creams and cure-alls, special ingredients, magic formulas. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog.
What?
Oh, that's from Macbeth. No Shakespeare up at that school of yours?
We're taking Hamlet this year.
No, you don't take Shakespeare. You read him. Witch doctors, that's what we are. What you'll be someday.
I'll be in industrial chemistry. That's different.
Is it? Won't you have a sales manager urging you on to invent a special ingredient, a new secret formula to goose the company's sales?
There's all kinds of pure research going on.
Well, maybe you'll be lucky.
Well, Mr. Resnick, don't you have to make and sell the things people want?
Well, do they want them? And do I have to sell them? Do I have to go along with all these slogans and phony claims and peddle junk as if it were penicillin? Resnick's? Oh, yes, Mrs. Taylor. No, that's a new one on me. I could order it for you, though. No trouble at all. Monday afternoon? Fine. Thank you, Mrs. Taylor. Well, seems I do, have to or not.
customer. It's about time. This has been one slow Saturday.
Never mind. He's a regular client and he's got a regular routine. Mustn't interrupt him until he's ready. He's gonna riffle through all the picture and photography magazines, look at all the nudes and cheesecake on the sly. And then when he's seen all there is to see, he's gonna find the magazine he was really looking for. The Saturday Post. You want to bet?
Gee, Mr. Resnick, I don't get you sometimes.
Oh, am I that subtle? I doubt it.
Well, everything seems funny to you. Your business, people, everything.
Well, just about everything is funny, in a pathetic sort of way. You take that fellow out there. He's got a brain. He can wonder and discover, enjoy thought. Well, what does he do? He gloats over sexy photographs. That's what he lets his brain tell him to do. And Mrs. Dowd and her magic potion, Mrs. Taylor and a new face cream, it'll make her wrinkles vanish. She thinks. That's pretty funny. And me? I help these people delude themselves. That makes me funny and pathetic too, doesn't it?
Well, you help people who are sick when you prepare medicine they need. That's not pathetic.
A little good cancels a little evil, eh? That's not Shakespeare, that's just Resnick. Resnick, the old philosopher. Oh, I see our reader is ready for service. No, I'll go. Bet you a dime it's a Saturday Post.
Resnick's drugstore. Oh. Hi, George. Huh? Oh, about half an hour when we close. Drop around to your place. You dope, I'm going to Mary's party, and so are you. You forgot about it. Mary reminded you yesterday. We can't skip it. It's my girlfriend's party, and you want me not to be there? Look, whatever it is you're so excited about, you can tell me at the party. It's nothing so important that it can't wait a couple of hours. Yeah, sure. We'll see you there. Bye.
He fooled me. He took a McLean's.
You know, I was just talking to my friend George. Boy, is he steamed up about some new idea he's got.
George?
Yeah, the dark, bouncy type comes in here quite a bit.
Oh, yes, George. Nice fella. Bright. You know, you're lucky, you kids. You're much better off than when I was your age.
Well, gee, you've done pretty well, Mr. Resnick.
For the son of a Ukrainian immigrant, you mean? No, I know you didn't mean it that way. There are those who would, but you're not one of them. No, what I mean is you and George have a lot more choice. A student can work to pay his way. There's lots of jobs, more scholarships, and so on. Not like in 1933. You don't have to play it safe.
No, I guess not.
You're free in a way we were never free. That's a great advantage. Well, end of lecture. Sermon's over. Now, why don't you go on and enjoy yourself? Go on. I'll close the joint.
Oh, gee, it's still pretty early.
Never too early to call on your girlfriend. Go on, beat it.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Resnick.
I want to tell you about my idea right away. Come on.
But look, George, I want to dance with Mary.
No, dance your feet off after. Wait till you hear about this. Oh, excitement. Will you hear? Okay, let's hear. You, my friend, are going to discover Canada next summer.
I had an idea this was being done.
Never mind the comedy. You and me are going to explore this country from coast to coast next summer.
Wait a minute.
Listen, I was leafing through an atlas after supper. Started looking at maps. You know, where is India and anyway, that sort of thing. And I thought, this is a big country. Big and different. Different climates, different people.
And this is a remarkable discovery.
Steady. But then I thought, I'd like to see this country. All of it. See it, hear it, taste it, smell it. Well, someday, I thought. Someday. Why someday? Why not sooner? Why not next summer? Howard and me, I thought. Off like a couple of gypsies the day school closes. And both of us, what is it? Amare usque ad mare. From sea to sea.
Are you nuts? How can we make like a couple of tourists? I got a summer job to do to make enough money for college next fall, and you too.
I'm not talking about a tourist junket. We work our way. Lots of odd jobs around. We hitch or take a bus somewhere and work. Soak up the place, then move on. Okay, so we don't save so much. But you've got some money in the bank, so have I. We can make our college fees okay. Okay, maybe we have to hit our parents for a few bucks. So what?
So you're crazy.
You're not thinking, man. You're not taking it in.
I'm getting you loud and clear.
No, you're not. You're all fogged up.
Well, okay, unfog me.
Okay. Now take it in deep, man.
Oh, I see. So.
You want a cigarette?
Yes, can I have a cigarette? No.
Come on. Like I said, we hitch. Only take a bus if we have to. Besides, we both got sleeping bags. We can use them for beds and dunnage sacks and sleep out in the open whenever we get a chance. Under bridges, in barns, anywhere.
Like a couple of hobos.
Oh, think of it. Think of what we'll see, the people we'll meet. You ever met a lobster fisherman, a hard rock miner, a country storekeeper? No, well, neither have I. I don't know anything about other people, what they're like, or what they think or talk about.
I don't either.
All I know about is what my parents or my teachers have told me. Well, I'm sick of learning from books. I want to see everything.
Yeah, me too.
Howard!
I'll be right there. You know, all our lives we've lived in about 10 square blocks. Home, school, after-school job, movies, a girlfriend's place, your place and my place, fooling around in the park.
Sure. And there's a whole big world all around us.
Gee. What's the matter now? Well, I don't know if my folks will go for this.
You're not a kid anymore, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, but I'm sold, but I don't know if I can sell my folks.
You'll have to, that's all. If I can do it, you can.
Have you said anything?
No, I figured I'd talk to you first. But don't worry, my old man will get the picture.
Yeah. What a guy.
He's the greatest boy.
No, I'll bet he'll want to go with us.
Good joke, fellas? Well, why don't you come down and tell it to everybody if it's such a very funny story?
No story, Mary. Something really terrific. But George, can you see your father herding cows for some farmer?
He'd do it and love it.
Really?
Did you take some of the chocolate cake with you?
Oh, all of it. I do.
So long, Mary.
Thanks
Thanks a lot.
again.
I had a terrific time.
See you. Right.
Night. Night, Howard.
What?
I said good night.
Mary. Mary, what's the matter with you?
I just thought you were leaving, that's all.
You've been sore all evening.
Not sore, Howard. Just fed up.
With what?
With your friend George, if you must know. What a creep.
He's a nice guy, and he's my best friend.
He's a drag in my book.
Just because he won't dance or play the big deal like some of these guys.
Won't dance? He can't dance. He hasn't got a speck of rhythm in him.
Well, so what? Does everybody have to dance?
So what on earth do you want to come to a party for if you're not going to get with it?
He came because you asked him.
He came to drag you off and to talk and to make jokes about everybody else.
Mary, you've got it all wrong. We were talking about next summer.
Howard, I just don't know what you see in him. He's not your type at all.
Just because a guy's a little different, because he wants to discuss things.
But why? Why can't he just leave things alone?
Because, well, some people have to talk about things, don't you see?
Certainly, but...
Mary, has everybody gone home?
Yes, Mother?
Howard. He's not here.
Oh.
Howard, you slept on the floor.
Go away.
You're late. Mom's called and called, and Daddy's up too.
Oh, all right. I'll be down in 2 shakes.
Sleeping in a sleeping bag.
Breakfast ready, dear.
Right.
Good morning, Daddy.
Good morning, dear.
Jean, where's Howard?
He's coming. You know what? He slept on the floor.
Jean, later on, dear. And don't say you know what. Should have called Howard myself. 9:32.
Going somewhere this morning, Daddy?
Going somewhere? Why, no, dear, no.
Morning, Mom.
Morning, son.
Morning, Dad.
Morning, son. Good party last night?
Oh, it was all right.
You slept late. Not good to overdo, you know.
Well, I was in by 12:30, and I'm not at all tired, Dad, really.
I recommend the practice of never being out of your bed after midnight, son. And I find it pays.
You know what, Daddy? He was sleeping.
Jean! Ah, nothing like Sunday morning breakfast.
I'll get it.
I wonder who that could be.
On Sunday morning.
It's George.
George? At this hour? George.
Howard, can't we even have Sunday breakfast in peace?
I didn't know he was coming over, Mom. Hi, you little one.
Fine, thank you.
Hi, Mr. Mitchell.
Good morning, George.
Morning, Mrs. Mitchell.
Good morning, George. Will you have some breakfast?
No, thanks, Mrs. Mitchell. But I'll have some coffee, though, if I may.
Surely.
All well at your house, George?
Oh, yeah, sure. Thanks. Swell, Mr. Mitchell. Hey, you look a little dopey this morning, Howard.
No wonder. He slept on the floor in a sleeping bag.
You mean you're getting in shape already? Boy, I better start, too. Hey, what do you think of the idea, Mr. Mitchell? Pretty terrific, eh? Oh, I told my dad about it this morning, too, and he got all excited. He got mad, too. Said, why didn't I think of that when I was your age? That's what he said. He said it would be the greatest trip and the best experience we'll ever have. Oh, thanks, Mrs. Mitchell.
Trip?
Oh, me and Howard next summer. You see, we thought we'd start on the East Coast.
Well, you forgot to mention this scheme, Howard.
We just talked about it last night, Dad. George has this idea. It's a swell idea, too, Dad.
George, just what is this idea?
Well, me and Howard... Well, me, I guess. I thought... Well, here we are, young guys, just finishing high school. Next year we go to college. Well, we're grown up and pretty husky. So I thought it'd be a wonderful idea for us to knock around a bit before we start college. Fend for ourselves. After all, we'll be dependent on our parents for a few years at least. Well, for room and board, anyhow. So I thought it'd be good experience for us to learn what it feels like to be on our own. What life is like for other people. What real hard work is like.
Hard work is rarely enjoyable, George. Well, it's quite a project. But scarcely practical, for Howard anyway. He's all set for the summer. A job that can teach him something. It's too good a chance to pass up.
But this is a great chance, too, Dad. I may never be able to do it any other time.
You're not serious about this, surely.
Why not?
A little matter of an arrangement with a company that may be interested in employing you when you have your degree. You have several years of association with the company before you actually go on the permanent staff. And I don't think your prospective employer would think much of somebody who threw an opportunity away simply to go on a summer-long camping trip.
It's not a camping trip.
How on earth would you live?
Oh, we get jobs wherever we want. That's easy. And we hitchhike to save our money and take sleeping bags and sleep out. George figures we could travel clear across Canada this way, meeting all kinds of people, seeing how they live, and seeing different parts of the country.
Everybody has the same dream, Howard. But how does it work out? Dirty jobs that no one else will do, crummy rooming houses, bad food, association with drunks and rowdies. It's just a waste of precious time.
Waste? Mr. Mitchell, maybe your experience wasn't so good, but...
I've never had that experience, George, and I don't know what it's like to dig sewers, but I can imagine.
But you don't know. And even if we do come up against rowdies and drunks and bad food and all, that's part of it. That's the whole idea, to come up against life. A person should know about things. You can't just go along in a safe groove and pretending that everything is neat and tidy.
Gladys, is there any bicarb in the medicine cabinet?
Yes, dear. I'll get it.
I'll manage, thank you.
Gee, I'm sorry, Mrs. Mitchell. I didn't mean... Well, I meant you to mean like everybody.
It's sometimes hard to know just what you mean, George.
Oh, blow. See you later, Howard. Yeah, okay. Yes?
Homework, dear?
Yep.
No need to make a mess. Howard, don't take this trip thing too seriously. Your father's very upset, you know. Where do you think we'd be if he'd followed every impulse, done just what he wanted to do?
Never had an impulse.
What, dear?
He's never had an impulse in his life.
That's no way to talk about your father.
He just didn't get the idea. He didn't understand and he didn't try to.
Your father is no fool.
I didn't say he was. It's just, well, he always takes for granted that he's right. Always knows what's best for everybody.
He's a good deal older than you. He must know a little more.
Why? Maybe in some things I know more than he does. Look, Mom, try to see things from my point of view. Everything's all laid on, and that's fine by me. College, summer work, and a job when I graduate, just like we planned.
And why waste a summer?
There you go. Everything that isn't the way you and Dad do things is waste. Don't you see? Just for a little while, I'd like to do something strictly on my own. For the next 5 years, I've got to go to school and come home, eat with the family, sleep in that bed, be on time for Sunday breakfast. Because the world would come to an end if the Mitchells didn't sit down for breakfast at 9:30 sharp.
I don't understand you. There's thousands of young fellows would give their eye teeth for your advantages. And you talk as though your father was a tyrant or something.
Mom. Oh, what's the use?
You don't seem to realize. We want the very best for you. We don't want our son to have to roam around like a hobo. Get mixed with nasty people. Why, you might get in jail or something.
That's right, I might.
Howard, really?
This could be the greatest and most valuable experience in my life.
I wish you wouldn't echo that George so much.
I don't.
Getting all emotional because your father and I oppose this notion of yours.
It's not a notion.
We'll see.
It's not a notion. It's not a notion. Not this time. Or is it? How do you know? How are people so certain about what's real or phony, true or false? They're all so sure. Mary, Dad, George, Mr. Resnick. Wonder what Mr. Resnick would say about this.
About certainty? It's tricky, Howard, because so often it's based on uncertainty. You follow? You see, a lot of people take a positive stand because they're confused and uncertain. It comforts them to have nice, neat answers for everything.
Okay, Mr. Resnick. But can a person be positive because he knows the truth, knows what he wants?
It happens, George, but it isn't happening to Howard.
It can and it will.
Maybe. But maybe Howard's one of these people who can't choose between two worlds, ever, even though he may adopt one or the other.
Look, are we talking about a trip or a way of life?
I wonder.
You two leave him alone. You're always stirring up trouble for Howard.
Everything was all planned, all set. Son, you mustn't be irresponsible and change your plans.
Whose plans?
Everybody's plans. Everybody wants to live life in a sensible and orderly way instead of like a creepy bohemian.
Now, don't be too hard on George. He's young and impetuous.
You mean wild and unstable, don't you, Mr. Mitchell? I kind of scare you, don't I, Mr. Mitchell?
Really?
Oh, he means well, Howard, but his way is small and narrow and frightening.
What you really want is to break up Howard and me, don't you?
Look, as far as I'm concerned, you're just a body without a mind, doll. But if he wants you, that's his business.
No, you see, it never is. None of us lives unto ourselves. We all respond to other people's judgment. It's hard to know what you want. Howard may never know. It's the human comedy.
Must you sneer at everything?
A smile is not a sneer, sir.
Howard, do you want to go through life doubting and sneering like him, or probing and upsetting like him?
Hedging and hiding like him, or walking through life with a book on your head like her?
Howard Mitchell, this is no laughing matter. Listen to me.
No, listen to everybody.
Listen to yourself. Be yourself.
Take my advice. Be careful. Be sensible.
Everything can be nice, Howard. Think of us.
Think of yourself.
It isn't that simple.
Amare usque admare.
You must do it my way.
Mine.
No, mine.
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 Mine. Mine.
Shut up.
Maybe I should leave home altogether. Ah, you see, that would be childish. Cool and firm, that's the way to be. Yeah, cool and firm. Face it, Howard, you're moist putty, that's what you are. Anybody can shove you into any shape they like.
Drunks and Rowdies. Wow. So I cheated and I went to the National Film Board site and I found what this film was about because I was also going like, where is this film going? What's happening? But yeah, there was a lot of subtext there that it was like, huh, that's interesting. But yeah, certainly, they call it a gap year, right? Of just like, yeah, let's let the kid go explore the world, be a kid before being crushed by all the responsibilities of adulthood and becoming an adult. All right, what do I got? What's the next thing I got here? I showed this a couple years ago, but we just did a new scan of it, and it's still great. And it also will help when it comes to, sometimes I just don't know how I feel. This is emotional health. Enjoy.
Did you find anything wrong? Is my heart bad?
Oh, your heart isn't...
What about the pain test and my fast...
You could have pains in your chest even though there's nothing organically wrong.
But there must be something. I'm nervous and my heart beats so hard that I can't get to sleep for hours after I go to bed.
And the more you think about it, the worse it gets. Is that right?
Yes. I get those pains in my chest in class sometimes and find myself counting my pulse. I've fallen down on my work at school and don't get along too well with my instructors. There must be some reason for it. This can't all be my imagination.
Well, let's talk about it. Sit down. I repeat, your physical condition is excellent. I can't find anything wrong with your heart or any other organ for that matter. But still, you need treatment. I'm going to refer you to a psychiatrist.
A psychiatrist? Gee, Doc, I'm not crazy.
No, you're not. And you never will be. Take it easy. Don't let it upset you. A person does not have to be crazy to be helped by a psychiatrist.
But what will everybody think? You know people talk. I'd think the same thing myself.
Suppose I had found something wrong with your heart. I'd probably send you to a heart specialist for a complete examination and treatment. People wouldn't think the less of you for that.
No, I suppose not.
A psychiatrist is a specialist just like any of the others. It's simply that people haven't got used to thinking of him except in connection with insanity.
But I still don't see what he has to do with me.
I think you are emotionally upset. And in that sense, you are ill. Emotional upsets can produce all kinds of symptoms, can cause real pain and suffering. As a matter of fact, they're one of our most common ailments.
That isn't much consolation.
Well, you're definitely not an unusual case. Next to the cold, emotional upsets like yours are our most common illness. And now we're treating them as illnesses.
I still don't think much of the idea of going to a psychiatrist. My heart's pounding away right now.
That's natural. We're excited. Excitement and fear can cause reactions like that. Can happen to anyone. Take the seasoned athlete. Before an important game, he gets all sorts of peculiar feelings. There's a tight lump in the pit of his stomach. He can't seem to shake off that jumpy sensation. He suddenly finds he can't remember signals he's known for weeks. But as soon as he gets on the field, all that is over. He now is the well-trained athlete out there to win. This athlete simply experienced the symptoms of pre-game excitement. Nobody worries about them because everybody knows their causes. Well, you wouldn't say there was anything wrong with that football player, would you? Nor with an actor, for that matter. You've heard about stage fright.
That's true, but I'm no athlete or actor. Where do I fit in?
We all have the same reactions in varying degrees. You too. Think back. Were you ever called down to see the dean? Remember, you were worried and apprehensive. You mopped your brow. The palms of your hands were sweaty. Your mouth felt like it was stuffed with cotton. You were constantly licking your lips. That was all just as normal as it could be.
Well, I was scared.
Right. Your brain had flashed a danger signal and your body reacted to it. That sort of thing, of course, bothered a lot of men during the war. In fact, it was so common, the Navy made a film explaining just these symptoms which you too are complaining about. Scare or excite a man, and automatically the body's signal system starts functioning. Nerves go into action and stir up a couple of glands. These glands come through with a shot of adrenaline, and things really begin to happen. Nerve cells get hopped up. You may perspire freely. Your mouth may get dry as powder. Your stomach may feel tied up in knots. But it all makes sense. You see more clearly. You hear more keenly. Your muscles are tense. Your body is ready to act and act fast. But to act at top speed calls for extra energy. That's where the liver comes in. This is a fuel tank. The fuel is sugar and is stored in the liver. Getting scared gets it out to the bloodstream, to the muscles that need it. To get it there quicker, the heart pumps faster, and you breathe harder, bringing in more oxygen to change that sugar into strength. When it really gets going, your heart feels about 3 times bigger than it really is, and it pounds away like a trip hammer. It may even become painful. The heart may feel as if it had sharp points. Wouldn't surprise me if those are your symptoms. They're much more common than you think. Lots of people have them when they're excited or scared. But when you know you're excited, when seeing the dean, for instance, you don't worry about these symptoms because you understand the cause for them. But if you, a healthy boy, have these symptoms without knowing of any cause, that's the time to consult a psychiatrist. It's his job to uncover that cause.
How does he do that?
Well, that's his specialty. Let him tell you about it. I'll make an appointment for you. Try not to worry.
Thank you, Doctor.
Well, from all the reports, you seem all right physically.
But I do have pains in my chest.
Tell me about them. How long have you had them?
They started a little over a year ago.
Do you recall the first time you felt that pain?
Yes. It was during exam week at high school. I was awfully worried about one exam. I got those pains and was afraid of a heart attack. I told my parents about these pains. Father thought it couldn't be serious, but Mother worried and took me to the doctor who examined me and said there was nothing wrong with my heart.
Did that make you feel any better?
Well, Mother was afraid the doctor might be wrong. She kept on worrying.
But did those pains persist?
No. After the exam, they were gone. But I still worried about my heart.
Well, the immediate cause of that pain was your worry about the exam. You knew you were excited, and that can bring on many different kinds of reactions. That pain was probably such a reaction.
But why do I have the pains now?
I don't know yet. But there is a cause. We'll go deeper and find what's really bothering you.
How can you find it?
We'll just talk. You'll come here regularly and tell me about yourself. I'll ask questions, but mostly you'll just talk about your childhood, family, school, and so on.
I wouldn't know where to begin or what to say.
Just talk the way you told me about those chest pains. Tell me about your family.
Well, we're an average family. Dad works pretty hard. I guess he and I weren't too close.
How about your mother?
I was much closer to her. Dad was sort of strict. He didn't have much patience, especially when I didn't do what I was supposed to do or when I didn't do too well at school. I remember once, when I was about 10 years old, we had just gotten our report cards from school, and I didn't do as well as I had hoped to do. Dad looked at the card and scolded me for not trying. He raised an awful fuss. Mother was sympathetic as usual. Dad threatened to make me stay in after school every day and cut out my play. I ran to my mother for protection, and this only made him angrier. He pulled me away from her and wanted to spank me. My sister was scared and cried. I hated my father when this happened, and I used to whisper threats under my breath. Mother finally took me up to my room and put me to bed. I guess I remember this because I didn't think my report card was that bad. But it did leave me with an uncomfortable feeling in my father's presence.
And as a result, you learn to depend more and more on your mother for comfort. Your story about the so-called heart attack seems to bear that out. I believe that some of your present upset may be due to a certain insecurity you feel being away from home and the protection your mother offered. Think about that a little, and we'll get together again. These last few visits have demonstrated the presence of an emotional conflict due to being away from home. You see that?
Yes, you've brought that out.
And as we bring these unconscious conflicts out into the open, your symptoms will tend to disappear or become less exaggerated.
I'm taking more interest in my classes.
That's fine. As a youngster, was your schoolwork consistent?
Not always. You see, I didn't get along with my teacher. I was kept after school once because the teacher wanted to discuss my work and general attitude. It was a pretty uncomfortable session. She wanted some explanation for the fact that my work had fallen off and why I seemed to resent her. She told me I had become irritable and wasn't even getting along with my classmates. She took out my old records and tried to find the reason for the drop. I couldn't tell her anything much. I don't suppose she was too satisfied with my explanation, although she did go out of her way to help me. As I look back, I think I blame her for my father's anger at my poor marks.
Well, you are making progress. You're beginning to uncover the causes for certain reactions that you had. We can explain your reactions at that time, also your nervousness and the falling off of your classwork. All of it was undoubtedly due to a fear of failure and the possibility of incurring your father's anger.
But is it common to blame somebody else, like I did with my teacher?
It's the easiest way out. You felt that you weren't to blame. Your mother's comfort helped that. Your teacher gave you the marks for which your father punished you. Therefore, you put her in the same class with your father, whom you feared.
Well, there were times when I really hated him. I remember every now and then he'd lock me in a closet. I'd stand there and plan to run away from home. I figured they'd be sorry then. I even planned to kill my father and then run away.
And yet you never did. But those thoughts left a mark. You developed guilt feelings you weren't conscious of. Despite all the threats you whispered to yourself, you did have some affection for him as your father. That guilt you felt set up a conflict which only made matters worse.
I don't hate him now, I've grown up. But still, I resent those in authority.
You can't throw off old patterns quite that easily. You carry them over and apply them to new people in completely different environments. You may not want to do that, but you've set a groove which you naturally follow.
I can see now that there's no real cause for those resentments. But how will I get rid of them?
You're doing that now. Talking about them and reasoning them out does more than anything else. Up to now, you've been prejudiced against your father, your teacher, and those in authority. All this became an emotional block that warped your reasoning. All your thinking came up to it and was warped along certain lines. Understanding the causes will help break down that emotional block. Try it for a while. You're really doing better now. I'll see you on Thursday.
I thought I'd never get here on time. I was playing tennis.
You made it, though. I'm glad to see you're taking an interest in outside activities. Well, your heart's not so bad after all.
I didn't expect I'd ever be doing it 4 months ago when I started these treatments.
You're coming along fine. How's your work?
That's much better, too. I don't spend so much time thinking about myself. But, you know, I have been thinking about something. You've talked a lot about guilt feelings, resentments, lack of security, and being away from my mother and other things.
Yes, they all apply in your case.
But what I can't see is, was I worse than most cases? Does everybody have these troubles?
It varies a lot. You're no exception. A single upset can lead to others and usually does. Environment, parental training, and your tendency to magnify certain incidents in your own mind can produce some complex results. Here's a common one. You have a younger sister. Do you remember when she was born?
I was 4 then, but I sure do.
Were you jealous?
I guess I was. I remember that there was a lot of excitement. My father and mother were busy with the baby and didn't pay any attention to me. When they first told me I had a baby sister, I was happy. But then Mother never spent any time with me. I must have been jealous and resentful. I even wished my sister would be sent back. I felt that I didn't count anymore. I can understand a lot of that now. I'll bet you'll tell me that's when I first began to feel insecure about not having my mother to myself.
Well, that's probably very true. But there's a lot more to it than just that. As you grew to love your sister, you felt guilty about having wanted to send her back. But most parents realize that and try to minimize it. Yours didn't. Then again, the knowledge that you were going to have a sister or a brother, but didn't know how or what, put other disturbing questions into your mind. Since your parents never talked to you about these things, you must have thought there was something mystical and evil about them. Parents can prevent a lot of emotional conflict like this, especially where the child is as inquisitive as you were.
I got most of the answers when I grew up.
Yes, childhood misinterpretations and fears carry over and are frequent causes of emotional upsets in young adults.
I know that now. I can understand a lot of things I couldn't before.
If more parents understood that their thoughtlessness can produce emotional disturbances in children, cases like yours would be less frequent. But you're really making progress.
I feel that I am.
Well, we'll get together a few more times to keep you on your toes.
Can I go now? I have a date.
A date or an appointment?
A date.
That's real progress.
Yes, he did have a date. And from here on, his recovery was rapid. His case was no more serious or complicated than many others commonly resulting from childhood misunderstandings or lack of proper guidance. They can be prevented and cured, clearing the way for that well-balanced state of emotional health so necessary for good progress in school and so important for success and happiness in later life.
So he had a date. Whew. Everything's okay. He had a date. So my father was, excuse me, he was a counselor and also worked in mental health, was a drug educator, lots of things. But I remember it was almost an exam. I was in college and I was working on a project and I was way behind on it and just started freaking out, having the tightness in the chest and like hyperventilating and just so I called my dad and he said, "Son, you are having an anxiety attack. So go ahead and have the best anxiety attack that you can possibly have." And I did. And I felt much better. The idea was, you clamp down this, like, no, we wanted to control it, which makes everything worse. And he was like, nah, just let it go. You'll get through it much quicker if you just let it go. So I miss my dad for stuff like that. But go ahead and have the best anxiety attack that you're going to have. Thanks for watching today. I very much appreciate your eyeballs. We had young men coping with their parents in different ways. That was not intended. That was accidental. But that was something that people were worried about in the late 40s, early 50s. What young men were doing post-World War II. The shenanigans. But if you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe. You can donate via the Super Thanks button in YouTube, but you can also donate via the ko-fi.com/avgeeks or patreon.com/avgeeks. Or you can donate a poster that you've been having around the house. Thanks so much for watching. And what did I say, Tuesday? Man, already messed up what day it is. See you tomorrow, Wednesday. Everybody take care.